5 beats you wish you produced.
People always ask me that. I'm not good with lists of any sort.
Okay.
But I think that I can just play some of my favorite beats.
I guess that's the same question. I asked Kanye this shit and he said like, fucking, the fuck did he say? He said explosive, and then he went on to say how he just jacked the drum pad
for
a thing.
Can't Be Like.
And I got a chance to ask Pharrell this shit, and he said like Billie Jean. You know what I mean? So
I think for me, it'll probably be Protect Your Neck.
Which one?
Protect Your Neck.
Oh, Protect Your Neck.
James Brown, The Payback.
I don't know karate.
Yeah, but I know Crazy. Let me think more about this. Probably That Reminisce Over You.
Yep.
I'll give you those 3. I'm sure there's more, but I'll be here racking my brain all day trying to figure them out.
No doubt. What's the greatest sample that never got cleared for you? Like some shit that you...
I never had a sample straight up get denied.
You said to pay $100,000.
$105,000.
$105,000 is the story, right?
Yeah, for Breathe, Super Trend. But what it was they really did that to try to price us out of the game. They figured out there's some rappers just throw an insane number at them. They don't want to say no, they just give you an insane number.
Yeah.
And think you're going to just walk away with your tail behind your legs. So when they said 100 grand, we said, all right, hold up. And then they were like, okay, well, if you guys want to shoot a video, we need $5,000 more. So then we were like,
so bizarre.
You know, because we knew the record was going to be that powerful, that big, so we had to do what we had to do. But yeah, I've never actually had a sample get straight denied. I don't think. It's just some have been. I think that was really the only time I really had a difficult time with a sample. But that's also probably because I don't get too ambitious, like trying to clear certain types of artists, you know, and it can be done. You know, like I remember Jay cleared the Takeover with the Doors,
crazy,
which was going to be impossible. They were just like, no. The only way it ended up happening, I believe, they had to. All the money went to I think Jim Morrison's charity.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like his charity for children's summer camp or something like that.
Wow.
Something. I know it was a children's charity.
A big diss song where he talks about
how
squishing dudes. It's for the kids.
Yeah, the kids got that money.
That's good.
But yeah, like me myself, I never really had a big publishing battle yet.
Right. You know? Okay. What's the big? What was the turning point, business-wise and career-wise, that sparked success for you?
Financially, it was probably when I aligned with Rockefeller. Since we're talking about business, I never really had a deal where I was like signed to them. I never had anything on paper with them, but you know they had. You know, Jay believed in me and what I did.
They were just buying beats off you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the way we did it was, and you don't really see this too much these days, but we just did a song deal where I was like, all right, listen, if you guys want to work with me that extensively, you want to keep me around, which they did. And it was like, okay, pay me for 25 beats in advance. And that was something my manager put together with Def Jam, and it worked. And they cut me, I had a check for the first half for 25 beats right up front. And then once that deal was up, we did a deal for another 25 records. You know, and once we had success with that, we started doing deals like that, not as major, because I didn't want to overdo it, overextend myself, but did similar deals with a lot of the other labels too. You know, pay me up for like 5. It's kind of like a pay me up for 5 beats before I get too hot and start charging out $100,000 a beat.
Right.
You know, like right now you can get them for like 30, 35. You know, so pay me in advance for 5, and then I owe you. you know, but that's what allowed me financially the opportunities to set myself up for a lot of other things that I started doing later, like, you know, when I bought baseline and things like that.
Without going, you don't got to go way into detail or whatever, but what happened with overall with Saigon as of today?
As far as where he's at right now?
Yeah, where is it at?
He finally got his release. This was the heart of the problem with that situation was, I think where it went wrong from the very beginning, where the label didn't really know what they were in for. So I'm not saying that as a shot to them. There wasn't even a lot of awareness of his music. It was one of those things where it looked good on paper. It was, okay, Just Blaze is involved, this kid is one of the biggest things in the underground. G. Roberson and the hip hop are involved, you know. So on paper, all the players looked right. But I think the labelists thought they were getting something different because they didn't really heard the music. You know, they signed him just off the strength of all our involvement. And then once they got it and realized it was like really hard street music, I don't think they really knew what to do with it because that's not where it was at the time. They were doing a lot of pop stuff, you know, ringtone stuff, very kid-friendly or just pop-friendly music. And they weren't in the business of hardcore rap at the time. So, you know, any hardcore rap acts that they had in the past for the most part were gone. So, you know, fast forward a few years later, you know, he was trying to get his release, and he finally did. But then what held it up for another year was negotiating the terms of the release, because the label would turn around and say, well, we paid for this. We can't just let you walk away with everything because we spent X amount of dollars, you know, putting this together, and that's still our product. He turns around and says, yes, Art, this is at the same time, this has been the last 2 or 3 years of my life that I put into this album, and I'm not going to walk away from it with nothing either. So they had to work out the terms of how he would be able to work with his masters, right, which he did end up being able to do. It just took a lot of negotiation over the period of like a year or so. He finally just got the release like within the last 3 or 4 months. And he's got like 2 or 3 new situations on the table right now. So I'm kind of just trying to help coach him.
Or all that material was produced by you though?
The majority of it. Now, I oversaw the whole thing. Even the songs that I didn't make the beats for, I still produced.
Right.
That's another thing, you know, like you can produce a record and never touch a drum machine.
Right.
You think Quincy Jones was sitting there playing keys and beating on the drums and playing the horns? No, he was sitting there drawing up all the music and then directing everybody. You know, so even the songs that I didn't make the beats for, I still basically produced those records. You know, but I think it's how many beats I actually made. I don't know, out of 14 or 15 songs, I think I did like 10.
All right. And I don't know if it's a rumor, if it's true. I just saw someone wanted me to ask you this. Are you producing stuff for Slaughterhouse and for Eminem? And
who's that?
You. Who's Slaughterhouse?
Who's Eminem? I don't even know who that is. Candy?
No, fucking the rapper guy.
The Candy's that coming rappers. I prefer Peanut over Plain.
See, now you just fucked up.
When I was a kid, I used to actually take the peanuts out of the chocolate.
Alright.
And eat them that way. No, when I was a kid, I didn't like.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I liked Plain over Peanut. Now that I'm older, my palate has matured. I prefer Peanut over Plain very much so. I used to have my babysitter take the peanuts and salt.
It's just a rumor, man.
Slaughterhouse was a great album too. Master Ace, he killed that album.
That was a good album.
It was a great album.
Murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill.
Kill. It was a great video too. Chainsaws, Jerry Curl.
It was a good one.
It was great.
You know who sampled that hook was Eminem. Sampled that for a hook. Murder,
Oh,
murder,
the
murder.
commercial from the Candy?
No.
Was that right after they had
No.
the mellow yellow thing from the Mars bar?
Alright.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Alright. So this is just a standard question. And people ask this about to producers and any artists all the time. Who do you want to work with? Who would you love to work with and why? But